What are we supposed to care?
Do I have...
Wait, what, Tom?
I said, do I have time to poop before we start?
Yes. And go.
Oh,
He's really going. Oh, look, it's the Packers run game.
Well, actually, that would be non-existent because we didn't do anything.
Have a run game? How's Melvin Gordon doing, Brandon?
Good. He's starting this week. He's doing just
Wait a minute, since all those guys were on a bye week for your power rankings, did the Packers make it? Damn it. I have nothing in this world. I have nothing.
No, but the Falcons did.
I hate you so much. I don't disagree with it either. Fine.
Oh, you don't disagree with it? Oh,
I
man.
don't disagree with it.
Hey, guys, welcome to Clickbait Sports, where a lot of things are bad for our teams, except for the people we didn't expect it to not be too that. So
I'm gonna stay shocked.
Look at Adam over here, 5 points.
Oh yeah, the cynical Giants fan that just does nothing but talk smack the whole time. Yeah, that guy's happy.
What does 5-1 feel like, Adam?
5-1 feels surreal at this point because everyone looks at the schedule before the season and they're like, oh, that's an L, that's an L. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll be 2-3 after 2-4. And to be 5-1, it's a good feeling. It's an odd feeling, and I'm gonna roll with it.
Yeah, like have the Giants exceeded expectations more than any other team this season so far?
Easily. And
the Jets are sneaking up behind them right now too.
Well, I could see the Jets coming up because I knew Salah was a good coach just from the data and the lack of discipline-based penalties that they had last year. Like they actually were in the top 5 for false starts, like fewest false starts. So Salah, you knew that he had them coached up. Now they're better with personnel. Sauce Gardner is a difference maker. But the Giants, they're just continually pulling things out of their rectum and darn near killed them.
Yeah, well, that'll happen. And we've got one urinating tree. Who did the Steelers just defeat?
They defeated Tom Brady, who yelled at his offensive line. I'm sitting here like, how did we win? But you know what? I'm going to not look a gift horse in the mouth. The false hope is coming back, boys.
Yes.
It is coming back, and we're probably losing to Miami because this is usually how it goes. I am ready to be hurt again.
Yeah, that was the prettiest ugly win I've ever seen in my life. Just watching Mitch Trubisky drain out the clock while Tom Brady could do nothing. And then let's get into Losersville. The rest of us. Tom Grassi, known Packers fan, struggling with his team for the first time ever?
No, we've had losing seasons before. So.
When was the last Packers losing season?
2017.
2017, 2018. Yeah.
Okay. And Scooter Magruder, who poked the bear on Twitter, saying the Eagles were pretenders.
Listen, there's a lot of receipts.
Oh yes, a lot of receipts.
My gosh. My mentions are in shambles.
Oh, I got something for this.
My mentions are in shambles on Twitter. Yeah. But let me just say this, okay? Because I didn't actually ever say this. Congratulations, Eagles. Okay, you beat us. Congrats.
Big.
I never actually said that, and I am ashamed that I never said that. But congrats. Okay, you guys, let us come back. Almost let us win, but you stuck it out. And we'll see. I still am of the belief that the Eagles are fraudulent, meaning that they are not the number 1 team in the league.
Boy.
I don't believe they're the number 1 team in the league.
Move the goalposts. Keep moving the goalposts.
Hold on.
Look,
I
can have the opinion. I don't think they're the best team in the league, and I don't think they're the best team in the league. I think they're 6-0, just like the Cardinals last year. Won all those games, went 11-1, and then went out in the playoffs. I think that's exactly what we're seeing here with the Eagles. Time will tell. We'll see.
Adam?
I raised my hand like I was a child.
That was very
that knew
good.
the
I like it.
answer. And someone, Brooke Destra here on Twitter, put together a nice little montage of receipts for you.
Stop the count. Stop the count.
You know who would love
Any-
Scooter Magruder?
Listen, I might
DraftKings Sportsbook.
Oh, dude, they would love him so much. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official betting partner of the NFL, dishing out an awesome offer for all their new customers. And what you need to do, listen carefully, kids. You go to Clickbait or DraftKings Sportsbook. You download their app. Use the promo code Clickbait. You bet $5 on any pregame moneyline wager, and you receive an additional $200 in free bets if it clears. So, for example, Dallas Cowboys, Dak's coming back. Maybe you want to bet on them. Maybe Scooter's like, you know what? I'm going to put my faith into action. I'm putting some $5 on the Dallas Cowboys. I'm putting 5 points bids on the Dallas Cowboys. And you know what? He becomes 200 points bids, 205 points bids because it cashed. And that's with same game parlays as well. Like, for example, maybe Miami, Pittsburgh, you wanted to do some action on that. Maybe Denver, you wanted on the odds of Russell Wilson eating a danger witch in the back pocket. Maybe something like that. You can have a shot at even bigger winnings all season. And DraftKings Daily Fantasy, if the DraftKings isn't available in your state, guess what? Guess what? DraftKings Daily Fantasy, games of skill, baby, games of skill. And there's also basketball season that just started too. Hockey season as well, baseball playoffs. You've got a lot of action going on. It's really condensed. It's kind of like the Broncos right now. It's really bad. It's really intense and furious. Once again, promo code Clickbait. $200 in free bets on a $5 wager if it clears with DraftKings Sportsbook. You're lucky I didn't say the Packers there, Tom.
Ooh.
I appreciate it. No, I appreciate it. Thank
right.
you for sparing me.
Thank
Boy,
you.
that was about as clean as Nathaniel Hackett's play calling right
Yeah,
there.
my
trust me.
my segue was really good, guys.
That was very
It
good.
was. And
I was-
you're like the quarterback saying my handoff was right there. And then
Dang right.
running.
Dang
Then
right.
what's his name?
Melvin Gordon fumbled it and gave it right to Amik Robertson. That's how you do it, kids. That's how you do
All right. I wanted to play a little game today because there's a lot of big name players coming back this week. It's called Better or Worse. And if we were a real show, there would be a graphic right now and music.
With a theme
it.
song.
We did have graphics at one time, and then we skipped.
There
Y'all
we go.
think? Look, this is what's gonna happen. I'm going to quote tweet that video when the Eagles lose in the playoffs,
Ooh.
and
the
I will
playoffs.
have the last laugh. The
And guess what?
Cowboys
It's-
will go further than the Eagles.
No, actually, what's
Oh,
going to
there we
happen
go.
is the
There it
Eagles
is.
are going to beat
Put
the
this
Cowboys.
in the video. Put that in the video. Put that in the next video.
Here's
Watch
a
what happens.
Okay.
serious
Okay.
question for you, Scooter.
Go on.
All right, you double down on the
Really
Eagles
double
beating
down. Say, how about the
right?
Cowboys?
Down.
I get what you're doing. I know what you're doing. It's fun. At any point with the negativity, the backlash, do you ever just go, "Oh man, I gotta back off," or does it motivate you even more to just keep going? Because like sometimes, like I fire off a tweet, I say something, and I'm like, "Oh God."
Okay, here's the
I
thing.
gotta get
happens,
off
right?
Twitter.
If you know who I am and you've been following, you know what I'm doing, right? You know what I'm doing. The problem is the people who don't know
Yeah.
what I'm doing.
That's very
and they
fair.
just
Uh-huh.
come in. And
Sure.
bro, do you know how many names I was called on Twitter this past weekend from Eagles fans? The F word, both F words. One person said he wanted to punch me in the head. Like, it's just like the toxicity.
Oh.
It's
Yeah,
like,
that's
bro,
Twitter,
it's
though,
still a football game though. Like,
Dude,
let's
people
relax.
tell me to kill myself on
Let's
Twitter.
let's
That's all you
reel
have
it
to
in.
do.
It's like I got Eagles fans commenting on my Jesus loves you post. It's like, bro, it's like,
yeah.
what
Come
are
on,
we
time
doing?
and
Bro?
place.
What are we doing?
Scooter,
So,
I
will
have-
say this. I will say this. I do feel like I do need to tone it down a little bit.
a
Just
little.
a little bit.
A little.
Not even because of that, but like I was reading some interactions and some people were like, yeah, I used to follow this guy, but he's just been unbearable. I was like, huh,
Really?
Ignore that.
Unbearable? I couldn't tell.
Ignore it.
huh. So maybe
I like
maybe I've been going to him, but
I
the
like
point
it.
remains. It's like we're all fans here. What is fan short for? Fanatical. We're all fanatical people
Fandom.
for our team. I understand Eagles fans blowing my
Fandango.
mentions.
Well, that's a tough fan base to rile up.
Yes,
But it's like
Listen.
I get it. I don't care. You understand? Like
We're not
it's-
talking about Chargers fans here.
It's
Yeah.
just
Talking about
like
Chargers
Philly
fans.
let's keep it
Singular.
fun. Let's keep it fun.
Yeah,
Like, I've got
I agree.
several Eagles friends personally. I've got several Eagles fans that I'm friendly with, but it's just like, bruh, like, I don't know.
Do you,
Scooter,
Tom?
We'll figure it out.
I just want to add a couple things. First of all, Scooter always doubles down. He's like a gambler in Vegas. He's chasing the money. That's all he does. He loses
Bro, I'm
100.
dead
He
serious,
goes and
though.
gets
Like, I don't think
200 out the
Eagles are
ATM.
A good team.
Yeah, that's fair. But I will also say this, Scooter. If I didn't know you, if I didn't love you, I would hate you. That's all I have to say.
I think.
Like
I mean,
that's just how it is.
yes.
But
I do have
now
a
that I
question.
know
though.
that you're a bit. So
I do have a question. How is it like to be joining the Old Takes Exposed Club, the Freezing Cold Takes Club?
Oh, well, this is the thing. That guy hates me, first of all. Let's start
Fred
there.
Siegel,
He
Fred does not like you.
he hates me because everyone's always tagging him in my stuff to the point where he's made a rule that he will not post any of the stuff that I say
Wow.
unless it's like what he had, like that week 6 stuff, because I say so much stuff all the time that I
Right,
do
right.
believe, by the way.
Right.
Like the Orlando Magic, y'all don't want it. Okay, let's save that for a different time. But I'm just saying, we look good. So
Fair enough.
it
Who
is
else
what
has
it is.
been-
It is
who
what
else
it is.
has
I'm
been
gonna
Old
ride
Takes?
for my team all the time. I'm not backing down even after we lose. What the heck? Look, that's just how I am.
I mean, I
Tom or-
spent the whole offseason talking about how Russell Wilson was going to be really good. So I'm in
I
that
think a
same
lot of
boat.
people did, though. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not just
everybody
you.
did. Literally everyone.
I had them winning the division. I
everybody,
look like
Brandon?
crap.
Except for one guy poking the bear, and his name is Tom Grossi, and we have video
Everybody-
evidence of it.
The first day,
I get no.
What if he sucks? He's not gonna suck.
He's still not. He's gonna fix it. He's going to do ayahuasca, and he's gonna fix
You
it.
know what?
Hey, Broncos country, let's ride.
You know what's funny? So I live in New York, obviously. So these past 2 weeks have been unbearable because we lost to the Giants and then Jets back to back. So every time like this afternoon, I was walking the puppers and I had like my big Packers jacket on because he's still got to represent, right?
Yeah.
And my neighbor, who I don't really talk to that much, it's like, it's rough, huh? So he like called me over, and I was like, "Yeah, it's really rough." And his kids are playing in like the motorized, like the motorized cars or whatever. And he's like yelling at them. He's like, "I can't hear his suffering. Turn that down." And he literally comes closer to me. And then I swear to God, I promise you, I'm not even making this up. I'm just like, "Yeah, it's really rough. Got the Commanders this week, and then Buffalo next Sunday Night Football." And he's like, "Yeah. At least you're not the Broncos, though." I swear to God.
Wow.
He's like, your defense is amazing, but oof, Russell Wilson.
After the show, Tom, I need you to give me that man's address, and I will be calling the police on him.
It's your sandwich. It's called the Danger Witch, and it's dangerously good.
Yeah. Okay.
Before we move on, Brandon, can we just get like a group vote? Which loss was worse? The Cowboys losing to the Eagles or the Packers
Ooh.
losing to the Jets?
Ooh, that's
Packers
tough.
losing
Can we
to the
go
Jets.
around?
Conflict.
Can we go
I
around the
feel
horn
like
on this?
It might
That's
be
some conflict,
equal,
maybe.
honestly.
Yeah.
It's Packers losing to the Jets is so much
No,
worse.
no, it's not.
It's so
I
much
don't know.
worse.
Like,
All right, Tom.
I feel like
Actually-
I'm gonna have way more trash talk from this loss than you are from losing to the
I
Jets.
I say Eagles beating the Cowboys. Cowboys losing. Because the Broncos play the Jets this week. So knowing that the Jets just beat the Packers, that really takes the heat off my Broncos if they lose. It's like, hey, we would have lost to the Jets with Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson at this point. So I like that loss.
I think after Monday night, like on special teams, you should be able to pick up a defender and throw them like a lawn dart at the returner. Because like, listen, like, let's just go like full force.
Yeah.
Just because I want to see Perna meltdown.
I've
a
watched
little
that
bit.
clip so many times.
It was beautiful.
was
Well,
worse.
here is a dramatic interpretation of what happened in that Green Bay Packers game. It's 4th and 2. The Packers need this first down. Aaron Rodgers, hand it off to A.J. Dillon, no. Hand it off to Aaron Jones, no. Romeo Dobbs is out in the flat, wide open, no. Christian Watson in the cross on the IR, no. What's he going to do? He's going to chuck it deep to Alan Lazard, and he overthrows it by about 10 yards.
But Christian Watson's
So,
injured.
I know he is injured, but it's not as injured as your special teams unit is right now.
Honestly, our special teams are the best right now. Even when we have blocked field goals and blocked punts. They're
And the
still the best part of this team right
And
now.
that's the sad part.
I know.
I will answer this question with sound logic.
Logic, huh?
The Eagles are playing really good, so it's not surprising for any team right now to lose to the Eagles. Any loss to the Jets is always bad. So that's my vote, is losing to the Jets.
Oh, that was my other question. Your neighbor, Tom, Giants or Jets fan?
Giants.
Okay.
So he
I walked
flexed on you
into a
hard.
bar last night and there was literally 4 people in there because it was like later at night. And I walked into the bar and the Yankees game was. Who are the Yankees playing right now?
The Houston Astros. Yes.
Okay, so they're playing the Astros, and they literally said, like, if you're an Astros fan, just get out. Like, as soon as I walked in, I go, no, I'm a Packers fan. So, like, I got it down. And literally, like, 4 guys were like, you know what, I'll buy you a drink. I'm so sorry. So, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, just get a trash can and just bang it. That's how you win.
That's hilarious.
Scooter, did you answer the question? Who's lost?
I'm gonna say personally, it's the Eagles beating us only because
no
like
bias.
these people are still in my mentions, A, and B, we don't get a chance of redemption till it doesn't even matter. Like we don't play them till Christmas Eve,
19.
and it's like who knows if that game is even going to be relevant.
Oh, dude.
So
Eagles
like
fans, they are.
Next week, like no one's going to care that the Packers lost to the Jets. It'll be 1 week and it's over. This will linger for me. I'm not taking those tweets down. Those tweets will remain up, all of them, because I believe what will happen in the future. So for me, it's the Eagles.
Weren't you the guy that said the Cowboys were going to the Super Bowl last year and they lost in humiliating fashion to the Niners?
I will say this, though. I will say this. Cooper Rush, 4-1, backup QB. He did an admirable job.
I agree.
Instead of Dak. And Dak said, okay, see, that's why y'all lost to the Jets right there. We're seeing it firsthand.
Oh my god!
What is going? Is this what happened?
He must have got
do
punished.
Ayahuasca already?
Yeah, that's
This is why
Ayahuasca.
I would have
How low
taken
are
one
his
season
nipples?
with
His
Rodgers.
nipples are very, very low.
Yeah, low nipple Rodgers.
he's immunizing himself, isn't he?
Yeah.
What is going on, bro? Tom, explain this. Make it make
Brandon,
sense.
Okay, I don't know if you guys know this, but Wisconsin is like the dairy state. Where do you think milk comes from, guys? Okay, be a little bit more mature. Thanks.
Well, men don't produce milk, though. How do you explain
This is
that?
the most erotic
Actually,
NFL video
men
I've ever
can
seen.
produce milk.
I just want to know what he's
That is
saying. Is
true.
he singing a song? Like, is he singing the song of his people?
What
like while
song
he's doing
is he
it?
singing?
It looks like a
He's singing
mating
WAP.
ritual.
He's singing WAP as he does that.
I'm scared. I'm scared. Brandon,
Get
what
a
Aaron
bucket
Rodgers
and a
is
mop.
back. Bet on the Packers this
Yeah, he's
week,
gonna throw for
baby.
500
Yeah.
yards now.
Bet
Code
on
clickbait.
the Packers.
The nipples just needed to be stimulated, and now they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch out, league.
His chakras.
Watch out.
Okay, well, okay,
All right.
yeah, I know what we're going to talk about.
The games.
We've got DeAndre Hopkins coming back. We've got Dak Prescott coming back. We've got Tua Tagovailoa coming back. We've got Taylor Heineke taking over for Carson Wentz. We've got Robbie Anderson now on the Cardinals. I wanted to do a little game or segment, whatever the hell we want to call it. Better or worse? Which, I mean, like, I don't know if that's the right angle. How much of an impact will these guys make coming back? So, Adam, I'm going to start with you, and you are going to take DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh man, that's like the hardest one for me. Obviously,
Ooh.
getting out of all of these, yeah, because like Hopkins, he's obviously going to be better out there. I think, and
Let me say it
Anderson,
this way. Are the Cardinals in a spot where they're so bad that getting DeAndre Hopkins back won't matter?
yes, because like DeAndre Hopkins doesn't fix Cliff Kingsbury's awful game planning and scheming and play calling. Kyler Murray is not playing well. Just adding more weapons for them is not going to fix a lot of problems on their line. They're not playing defense. They're not playing offense. I just don't. Yeah, anytime you can get DeAndre Hopkins back, good. But I don't think he's going to make much of a difference. Like he's just going to be. They're going to be the same Cardinals.
The Call of Duty campaign comes out today, so
Yes, that was what I was about to
So-
say. The only weapon Skylar wants is on Call of Duty multiplayer.
Hey, Cliff, can I play with a sniper rifle today?
No, he's got a 25 kill streak.
Notice
Tactical
I
nuke.
won a contest with DeAndre Hopkins, and this man never sent me the jersey still. So, like,
So
bro,
hate,
what the
hate
heck?
on DeAndre. Mhm.
He's been really good.
Yes. He was like, I DM'd him the address and everything. He's like, all right.
That's actually
Where's
illegal.
my jersey, DeAndre? I won the meme competition.
Wow.
You need to sue him. You need to report him. That's actually federally illegal. You can't
Scooter,
run a
if you
giveaway
can
without
confront
giving away
him
the.
and get him to push you on the sidelines,
Now I'm in. Now we're in.
Okay, next one. Taylor Heineke coming in for the Commanders tree. Is he going to be better than Carson Wentz for the team?
Ooh, Taylor Heineke. I would ask this question, but the check cannot bounce. Because if you remember correctly, the 50-50 raffle winner this past week or 2 weeks ago, $14,000 check for winning the 50-50, tries to cash it, his check bounces, and he pays a $50 charge fee for the bounce check. But to answer your question, not really, because their issues in Washington aren't really with quarterback per se. Their issues are with team defense, with offensive line, and with a certain owner who needs to get the heck out of there faster than not.
Okay.
You know,
I
I'm
just-
actually go ahead, Five.
No, I want to rewind to that. So I know this story of the guy who won the 50-50 raffle. The Commanders immediately wired him the money and then said it was a bank issue, sounding like they sounded like that guy that owes you like $200, and it's like, don't cash that check until Tuesday.
don't do it till Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bank is messing with me, right? Like, because the
Imagine-
bank just intentionally loves deleting zeros on people's bank accounts. That's what they're in business to do.
Can you imagine if that's how they take down Dan Snyder because the check was like for the wrong account because they were accused of doing 2 different accounts? They're like, oh, sorry, no, that's not that one.
And they discover,
Hey, there was a Simpson episode based on that. Krusty the Clown got arrested for tax evasion because of forged illegal checks. So you know what? Maybe that's how we do it.
That's how you got to do
Yeah,
it.
Elijah Moore asked for a trade.
I'm just very interested, honestly, in Sam Howell more than Taylor Heineke, because if we go back to preseason, no, Tom, you're saying no?
No, I was saying Elijah Moore got.
Oh,
asked
Elijah
for a
Moore.
trade.
Okay, but yeah, I'm just interested in like seeing Sam Howell, and so that's what I'm more interested in. Something happens to Taylor Heineke during the next couple of weeks. Will we get to see Sam Howell, because he played pretty well in the beginning of the year in preseason? So
Heineke's a solid QB though. Like he's not a guy that's gonna throw you into a
beat us
game, but
last
he's not gonna. Yeah, he's not gonna throw you away a game either.
He'll slide
he's
a little early though.
Yeah. I mean, he's your average backup where you hit him a couple times, you make him scared, you make him uncomfortable. He's not gonna really create much offense, but yeah, I mean the dude is solid. I mean, I respect his game, especially for the former St. Louis battle axe.
that's fair.
A backup.
That is fair.
Mhm.
All right. Thomas Gracias.
My name, kind of.
Okay. Dolphins getting Tua back. What does this mean for Miami?
Oh man, I don't know if that's going to help the team. Yeah, no, they need Tua back desperately. And if you need any proof, just watch any of the couple of weeks that Tua has not played for the Miami Dolphins. Now, their defense is like becoming kind of an issue because they haven't had a turnover since the Bills game. I don't think they've like caused one, but Yeah, no. The fact that they'll actually be able to put up points will be helpful, I think, to win football games, because usually that's what you need to do unless you play on Thursday night or Monday night.
Yeah, no, that's true. And I think that's like I did a Tua episode today, and I was kind of talking about how the concussion thing overshadowed just like how well Tua was playing and how good the Dolphins looked. And then he's gone. And it wasn't just that like Teddy Bridgewater comes in for him. It's that Teddy gets hurt, and then they're down to their third string quarterback. He gets hurt, and then Teddy has to go back in. So they haven't had like consistency at the backup position. And I think his impact out of all the guys we're talking about today, next to possibly Dak, will be the biggest one.
I agree.
Now, I guess we'll go to Dak. Who should I ask about Dak coming back to the Cowboys?
Ask yourself, please.
Okay, I'll field this one, guys.
All right.
Cooper Rush. I'm kidding. Go ahead, Scooter.
He's been waiting all day.
What is the number one thing Dak brings back to that offense that you were not getting with Cooper Rush?
And you can figure that out. You see, folks, if you want to take a look at a sports book and say, I think that Dak Prescott coming back is going to blow the doors off this thing, well, why don't you put your money where your banana goes in your holster? Because we're like a third of the way through football season. This says midway. We're not even close to midway. That's just wrong. But you got an idea maybe how teams are doing. You don't know. Nobody knows. I don't know. But if you might know, maybe, you watch some predictions videos, maybe you saw some pick'ems and you say, hey, I can make this happen. Well, DraftKings, they got a thing for you, because if you're a new customer and you're walking into that saloon and you're like, I'm going to put down an Abraham Lincoln on the table, you just slide it over real nice, right? And then you win that bet, they're going to be like, hey, yo, we're going to give you an additional $200. That's right. That's a lot of Abe Lincolns. You can go to the theater for that kind of money. All right. On top of that, there's same game parlays. I'm sure there's like different game parlays too. I don't know. There's probably multiple. You can buy multiple things, right? Can you bet on pirate chips yet?
Yes.
So I want to know.
He can sit in my John Wilkes booth.
Pirate chips.
Okay. I just wanted to know. So you could do that. And then if sports betting's not available in your state, you can do the fantasy stuff. You do that. You can cry a little bit. It's fine. But yeah, download the app. Use the code.
And what code?
It's clickbait. It's clickbait.
Okay.
Clickbait. Yes, it is.
You get $200 in free bets.
Yeah,
and gamble responsibly. Do not be like Scooter chasing the money and doubling down on his comments.
Honestly, what we should do, we should have a bet that says how much crap is Scooter going to eat from Eagles fans over the next 2 months.
Over under on the
Big
tweets.
pile. Yes.
But to answer
right,
your
Scoot,
question,
give us the Dak.
Yes.
Dak Prescott and what he brings to the Dallas Cowboys. Explosiveness. He brings explosive plays. If you've been watching the Cowboys the past couple of games, you've noticed that our offense wasn't winning the games. Our offense was not helping out at all, in fact. And you know what? We get it. It's backup quarterback. Okay. But it just wasn't there. The explosive plays just weren't there. Cooper Rush had under like 150 yards throwing. The Eagles game, he wasn't very explosive either. I think for the first time we saw what happened when a team had a good defensive plan for Cooper Rush in our offense. So when Dak comes back, we're going to be able to open up that basic playbook, right? We're running basic plays. Now we're going to be able to get back to our advanced playbook. You're going to see more plays going for 20 yards, 30 yards down the field. I think that connection with CD is going to be very important.
Okay,
but
here's one.
We're just going to get more explosive plays with Dak back now.
Very specific. Michael Gallup or Noah Brown? Who sees the biggest uptick in production with Dak's return?
That's interesting.
Intriguing.
Because if you look at Gallup, it still kind of feels like he's getting back up
Still
to
trying to
speed
get that knee under him?
Yeah, so I'm going to have to say Noah Brown just because Gallup's still recovering. But I think long term, like if
I have a question.
At this question full season, Michael Gallup. Right now, Noah Brown will see the most uptick just because he's up to football speed.
I have a question, Scooter. Why did they not give the ball to Zeke last game? That was like frustrating to watch because he was very effective on all of his all of his carries, and they just
Let's just
stopped
talk.
giving
Let's
it
just
to
talk
him.
about the
Especially
game.
when Cooper Rush
Can I
was
actually
butt.
address that for a second?
Yes.
I know that Scooter is obviously the Cowboys fan. So the way that I talked about it on the stream while I was watching that game was that like the Cowboys with Cooper Rush, like you said, Cooper Rush has been fine. Like he's been like the guy who's not going to lose you the football game, but the game plan with Cooper Rush is very, let's hand the ball off and let's our defense like destroy the opponent, right? We'll probably get like, some points out of that or get at least short fields, what have you. The problem with Cooper Rush is when that team goes down a deficit of like 20 points, what have you, it's very difficult for them to come back because they take a ton of time off the clock. And even if they're running the ball well, they need to score points because you looked, especially in the beginning of the game, that first half, and then near the end of the game, Cooper Rush had to move the ball downfield quickly, and it resulted in turnovers or it resulted in 3 and outs, what have you. So it's just a different type of football team. But now that you have Dak Prescott back, as Scooter was saying, like it opens up the entire playbook. And if you're down 14 points, you don't have to worry. Well, I hope our defense steps up because we're just going to run the ball because that's basically all we can do in play action.
And then the second question I have, Scooter, as a follow-up to that, and this is for you, Scooter, specifically. How do you explain how bad Dak looked against Tampa and still be this optimistic?
You explain that because Tampa has one of the best defenses in the league. It's week 1. Week 1, anything can happen in week 1.
True.
So like I said, no preseason. A lot of people look terrible week 1. So we might still have some of that. I am glad that we're going up against the Lions, then the Bears. So he'll have an opportunity to sort of get up to speed before we go to Lambeau to play the Packers. So like week 1, I'm not looking too far into Dak's poor play week 1.
Are y'all seriously playing the entire NFC North in 3 consecutive games?
That's what it's our conference. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're playing, yeah.
But if we look at this game, if we just go back and look at this game for a second, what happened was the Eagles went up 20-0. They went up 20-0. And you know what? If it would have ended 28-3 or something like that, I would have said, dang, the Eagles are legit. They are what everyone is saying they are. But that's not what happened. What happened was we almost had an opportunity to come back in that game. That's not what the best team in the league does. That's not what an elite team does. You don't let teams sit around like that. So to me, the fact that we were able to almost mount a comeback, literally, like it was 17-20 at one point. No one was no one was chirping then when it was 17-20 after they scored a touchdown. Now all of a sudden they're back. But this is exactly what Tom said. They went up. We had to play from behind, and that's not what a Cooper Rush offense is built for.
I think you'll be markedly improved. Now, I do have a bone to pick with Brett Maher for missing that field goal because I took the over at 46 and I ended up pushing, and I was very upset about that. And the Eagles electing to go for 2 and not getting it, and when all I needed was 1 point to cash that out.
Do you want to talk about it?
I was angry because when it got to 46, I should have cashed out because I was like, oh, it's only a difference of $1. But I was like, you know what? I should just let it ride. They'll score. There's 10 minutes left in the game. They'll score. And they didn't.
Nope.
I was so upset. So mad.
So tonight we get what? Cardinals and Saints?
Oh God.
And
wait, there's more. There's more players though. More players coming back, right?
No, Brandon? That was it. Who else?
What about Robbie Anderson?
Third in the
we didn't
division.
talk about SpongeBob.
How are we third in the division though? That is what's wild. Can we just take a second to talk about the 5-1 New York Giants? 5. Did you ever anticipate this would happen during your lifetime? 5-1 New York Giants. Saquon is playing out of his mind. Might be the best running back in the game right now. What are you thinking?
See, well, what I'm worried about, and again, I am not like Scooter Magruder. I do not turn around and look at what's in the toilet and sniff it and say, smells like roses. We are in a tough game this weekend. Like, the Jacksonville Jaguars got me scared. Like, they better be ready to go this weekend. and play in a hot environment, because if they drop this game, then everyone's going to be like, see, we told you they were frauds. Like now, if they get to 6-1, I'm going to be very insufferable. I'm just going to address that now.
So are
Do you get hold on?
optimistic?
Do you get any receivers returning, Adam?
Tony's not back.
No, Tony is on milk cartons right now. Galladay should be fired into the sun. Wandale is back. Wandale Robinson, the rookie. So when your weapons are Darius Slayton, Wandale Robinson, and David Sills, who is like a practice squad guy, basically, you got to rely on Saquon. And that's the other thing. If the Giants, they've been able to come back, but they can't get down 20. They can't get down by multi-scores late. They need to keep it within 10. But I would love to see a game where they just get out in front and then give the ball to Saquon and just bludgeon the Jacksonville
I just
Jaguars
got to know,
death.
like, you started the season off so pessimistic. Has that changed? Are you now a different? Okay, so what are you saying the final record is going to be for the Giants? If you had to guess right now.
I don't know, because it's fluid every week. You just don't know who these guys are fully. So I'm not going to say anything. Not going to say.
But
anything.
you're not sold. They
go through these next 3 games and beat up on the teams that they should. Then I'm going to start drinking the Kool-Aid.
Okay.
So
that's fair.
I'll give you a terrible towel.
Yes.
Okay.
I will consume the Kool-Aid after.
Just make sure it's not like that one from the cult.
Jim Jones.
Yeah.
The Giants are a cult in their own, so you know what? They're already too far lost, Brandon. Okay.
That's fair.
No, I mean you see people, Giants fans on Twitter, and some of them are very high on this team, and they're talking about they're talking a lot of smack, and I just let them talk the smack.
You don't have to talk smack, but you can celebrate your 5 wins.
Yes, which I have been. I've been very happy. So
good.
But
we don't get to hear you say that often.
It's kind of like that hot summer girlfriend. You don't know when you're just going to walk in and there's going to be some dude you never seen before and a gun on the counter and just a pile of cocaine. And you're just like, oh, I guess this is over.
What?
I don't think any of us had those hot summer girlfriends.
Speaking of optimism, though, 5, you're still on the fence. Brandon, I got to know. Okay, I got to know. Where are you? Like, legit, where are you in your heart?
Mentally.
What is happening right now? We know you started on cloud 9. All right, Randy Gregory, y'all stole him from us.
Yeah.
Okay, Russell Westbrook, let's ride, Broncos country. Now all of a sudden, things aren't going that well. Where exactly are you, Brandon? Legitimately, like legitimately.
Oh, I've been beaten down to having the lowest possible expectations for the remainder of the season. And I have no hope. I have no optimism about the team right now. Everything looks bad except for the defense, which is very good. So I am in the exact spot I was last year, the year before, and the year before. When Russ does play well, somebody else doesn't.
He might as well be called Russell Westbrook.
When Russ is playing bad, everything just goes worse. I think we're at a point though where people are getting over criticized for stuff that wouldn't be criticized if they're winning, which is always fun.
Like what? What do you mean?
Quagmire of social media. Well, just like this week, and I ranted about it on my Broncos podcast today. Like Nathaniel Hackett's taking a bunch of crap for having a conversation with Melvin Gordon this week and deciding to start him. So Gordon was confused why he didn't play in the game after the first quarter, which is fair. He was asked about it by the NFL Network. He was honest about it. And then he gets torn apart for being honest. Russell Wilson gets torn apart for not being genuine and honest. Nathaniel Hackett gets torn apart for talking to his player and listening to his concerns and then telling the guy he'll start him, even though it's pretty clear Melvin Gordon's probably your best option at running back. Although I think Latavius Murray's not bad. They're not good. We're not getting 20, 30-yard runs from anybody. So we're trading 8 yards for 5 yards, 5 yards for 8 yards. I don't care. So we're just in a spot where no matter what they do, unless they start winning, everybody's just going to be mad and pissed off about what they're doing. So I'm back at the point where I'm like, hey, Russell Wilson was good at one time, and maybe he can be good again. Maybe if I wasn't excited,
let's do this.
how would I not love this autographed Russell Wilson mini helmet?
Where did you get that?
I got it. Look at that matte. Look at that Broncos.
Yeah, that is kind of dope.
Do you ever see the trucks that are the cars when they're matte? They're not the,
yes.
the gloss.
The
and
flat
at first
black.
you're like, that looks cool. Then you're like, that's probably a bad idea. Well, this is a good idea. Now, if you want to try and get some, I'm guessing, autographed Russell Wilson auctions at Auction of Champions, I bet you can get some deals on it now. I'm thinking this bad boy, this bad boy was worth more 5 days ago. But my optimism, it's going to be worth a lot of money in 2023 when this football team is amazing again. Auctions at auctionofchampions.com. You can bid on all sorts of sports memorabilia. What do we got there? A baseball?
Ooh, we got a Jeter.
Beats baseball.
Ooh, a Mac Jones. He's about to lose his job.
Give me Bailey Zappi. Look at Tua. Look at that
Tua
jersey.
Tagovailoa. Ooh, Larry Bird. Oh, that's the
Bird,
ugliest
McHale,
team.
and Robert Parrish.
Ooh, Julio Rodriguez. Ooh, a
good
Clemente. Yeah.
Roberto
that's not bad
Clemente.
either.
Rookie card.
Yeah.
A Juan
So
Soto.
all
Soto.
verified
All right.
A Pele jersey. There you go.
Oh, nice.
Walter Payton.
You
Trevor
get
Lawrence at
the
Clemson.
authenticity little card with it.
Nice.
Oh, look at that.
And
Crucial,
don't
crucial.
forget to
You just use code clickbait if you auction for something or buy something.
Yes,
Or log
if you
in,
sign
just
up.
use our
Use
code.
clickbait.
I feel like we might as well just round out the optimism checks. We found out 5 in Brandon's. Tree, where's the optimism at right now?
Our
Is there optimism? Y'all just beat Tom Brady. Shouts out.
I feel like Tampa Bay lost that game more than Pittsburgh won. We're still in a state of disarray and wondering how the heck we actually won that game.
Is Kenny
so
Pickett not injured? Is he good?
is. It's still up in the air. If he's clear from his concussion, he'll start. If not, we're going back to kissing titties. I would say there's been some drama in Pittsburgh land. Apparently, there was an argument in the locker room about Deontay Johnson wanting to be throwing the ball more, yet he's dropped a bunch of balls. There's a lot of stuff going on there. We're playing Miami, and we may win, and we're going back on the false hope train, but anything is just false hope at this point. We know this team's not good. This is how it should have been in 2020. We're just not getting any fluke stuff, but we will ride the Super Bowl all the way to the end of our cliffs. As I said on Dumpster Fire on Tuesday, I am the dude from Dr. Strangelove with the cowboy hat going off, and I'm riding the nuke all the way to my death.
Tom,
You gotta love it.
What about the Packers coming off that loss to the Jets? Very embarrassing. But still early in the season. Where's the optimism level for you guys?
Optimism.
That all of this stuff can get better. It's just, I think it first starts with the offensive line. LaFleur talked about it today, saying, is this one of the things that we ride it out, or do we move one guy? Do we move 2 guys? And I just asked for something, please, for the love of God, be done. You have Elton Jenkins, who's a great offensive lineman, but he shouldn't be at right tackle. He needs to move back into guard. You have Royce Newman, who's on the field, who should not be on the field. I know Jake Hansen's injured, but you need to put Yosh Nijman probably at right tackle to see how he does. I think as soon as you can block for Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers is also injured too, but as soon as you're able to block for Aaron Rodgers and also for the run game, the team is automatically going to get better on offense. On defense, it comes down to coaching, and I think a lot of that's going to fall on Joe Barry's shoulders. And at the same time, you also need the players to execute better. So I think it all can get better, and I think the talent is on that football team to be a good competitive team. It just is not come together yet, but it can change with time and with some adjustments.
Okay, so it is possible. I hope y'all don't figure it out for 3 weeks at least 3 weeks, and then get the ball rolling after that.
Oh, guys, I've got breaking news. The Cardinals have elevated Rodrigo Blankenship from the practice squad up to the active roster for tonight's game.
Nerd season, let's go.
Nerds
Nerd time.
rejoice.
The
Let's go.
redemption tour. I
I-
like that move.
I feel like I just saw him. He went to Georgia, right?
Yep,
Yes.
he went to Georgia.
Yeah, he was at the Georgia game I was at.
And
That's the
also,
Colts
Jonathan
game.
Taylor and Shaq Leonard are both full participants at practice
Ooh,
today
the
for the
Colts
Colts.
are
Need
back.
that.
More parts coming back. Amazing.
Okay.
Speaking of the Colts, I do want to cover this.
Let me
before
finish
we-
this
Oh,
optimism
okay,
roundup.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Dak's back. Optimism is very high. It will be very strange and weird, though, if Dak comes out and he plays these next 2 games and he underperforms. That is the only thing, because then we're going to have all these people saying, see, we told you Cooper Rush is better, and I don't know anything about football. So it's just, we need Dak to come out and solidify he's the guy, and he has 2 great opportunities against these next teams that we're playing. What were you going to say, Five? What the
Whoa,
heck?
what the heck?
That's not me. That's not me. Oh, whoever just got it just lost the holy.
Oh, they
Not me.
really lost.
Not me, baby.
It's not me, thank God.
Beast
Wow.
of metal.
Shouts out,
What
Beast.
are you doing?
Shouts up. Shouts out, Beast.
Thank you, Beast.
Wow. 496. That's a very specific number.
Oh, yeah. Go Avs.
Yes. Brandon, since you got this, you can read it.
Their ring ceremony was cool. Like their
Oh.
boxes had the screen in it. that
Wait,
was
what
pretty
happened
cool.
to the audio?
What
I
audio?
can't hear. Oh, there's everybody.
Hi,
Hello.
Brandon. Welcome to the show. This is Clickbait Sports on every Thursday.
Deathcore. Ooh, wow.
Are you going to read it or?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you guys. It was like
Oh.
my
Oh, yeah. You
speakers
didn't hear
shut
the
off.
instructions. Read it out
First.
loud.
A belated congratulations to the 2022 Stanley Cup champion Josh Manson, an alumnus of the Norfolk Admirals. But the true reason for this is your show of support for the musical genre of deathcore and your Peyton Manning retrospective. Deathcore is pure sewage, and the scene is cultural cancer. You insult me, and you insult Black Sky.
Okay.
$496.22.
Got his
What
point
is
across.
deathcore? What is that, like a
You
genre?
never heard of deathcore metal?
No.
What's a deathcore band?
Is
Tom
it like
Grossi?
Slipknot? Like
No, that's not
No.
deathcore.
Screamo?
No.
Deathcore. It's kind of
I'll
like
look it up.
Screamo.
I'll look it up after.
Yeah.
Deathcore.
I want to. We should do a reaction to Scooter listening to deathcore for the first time.
They don't play it at your local parish.
Deathcore.
That's how they lead in.
Extreme metal subgenre that combines death metal with metalcore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Deathcore.
That's nothing for me.
It's like
I have
dub
no
step.
idea.
It combines
Man.
stepping with dubs.
Hey guys, there's
Um,
still time to punish literally anybody else because I have to still eat a danger
Yes.
witch.
You know what? I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it, dude. I went through like 3 straight weeks of losing, so you know what? Enjoy it. Enjoy it.
I said speaking of the Colts, right? So apparently Jim Irsay came back in a barely coherent statement saying that Dan Snyder is not a good owner and should be pushed out. Does he just have personal beef with Dan Snyder? Like, it's pretty odd for just one dude
Or
to
maybe
go
he just knows
after
how to read.
another owner.
Yeah.
Like, I guess Danny Boy doesn't care what dirt he has on him because Irsay's like,
Dude, Irsay's dirt's
I've
already
been to
out in the
rehab
open.
twice. Like, what do you got on me, huh? It was just bizarre. You guys have any thoughts on that?
I personally believe that Dan Snyder needs to go on a yacht and it should be sunk. He should be sentenced to Atlantis, and it will be one of the greatest
do that to
punishments.
Atlantis.
And we will all celebrate throughout the world because, Dan
just
Snyder's
sell
not
the
going to live
team.
because Dan Snyder doesn't have gills. Well, the problem with selling the team is he's going to make like tenfold profit off it. What really needs to happen?
Can we just do a prediction real quick? Chat, you can join in as well. When will Dan Snyder no longer be the owner of the Washington Commanders?
What year?
if
After
ever-
this offseason.
So
This
you're
is his
saying he's
last
gone?
season.
He's gone after this
Mm-mm.
offseason,
Mm-mm.
Perna?
Mhm.
Five, what are you saying? You're shaking your head no.
How old is he? He's like 50 something.
He's like
He'll
57,
probably live
58.
to be 80, probably 30 years. So it's 2053.
Yeah.
So you're
Maybe
saying
the
there is
last-
no chance he
No
relinquishes
chance.
his claim.
He will
He will
exhaust
cling.
Iron grasp.
he will bring out dirt on judges and freaking like politicians and senators. Like he will burn this mother father down, and that is how petty and ridiculous he is. The only way he sells is if it's worthwhile financially, for like if he's just like, all right, I don't like the headache, or if they have him on tape. But he's too smart for that. Too smart.
Tree, what are we thinking? Do we think the NFL pushes him to sell his team?
I
a
think
la
he's
LA Clippers.
He's got too many connections. When Jerry Jones dies, I think that's when the dominoes start falling.
Whoa.
And I'm not saying that to piss you off, Scooter. I'm saying that because Jerry Jones is the only reason he's still an owner right now.
Wow.
He's got all of the dirt, man.
Well,
As long
Jerry is like, I love that guy, man. He puts out a crap team. He two
Hey, you
wins,
know
two
what?
easy
Hey,
wins
hey.
a year.
He makes me
Ooh.
look good in comparison.
That's the good question.
want-
If you're an NFL owner, do you actively vote out another NFL owner if it's a division rival and their team is always horrible?
That's 5D
Like,
chess.
Tom and I were trying to figure out who the votes would be in favor of keeping Dan Snyder. It might be the Cowboys, the Giants, and the Eagles at this point.
They're like,
Why
Dan's
would
doing
we
a
get
great
rid of
job.
These guys, they help us out every year right now.
You're making some good points, Brandon. You're making
The minute
some
they
very
put a
good points.
competitive team on, they're like, get him out. Just
him.
get him out.
Boom.
Tom, what are you thinking?
If it's not next year, it's not happening.
If it's not next year, it's not happening.
Next year, it's not happening.
Ever. This man will live out his life as the owner as
I
long
can
as he
see it.
wants.
Until he literally gives it up. Yep.
Yeah. And most owners live till their age of 90, so it's going to be a while.
Yeah.
Like,
He's gonna
if
have
we're
the
still
best
doing
healthcare.
clickbait, we'll all be in our 50s, 60s, and 70s rambling on about how Dan Snyder should have sold the team back in 2015.
If we're still doing this in our 50s right now, instead of 3,700 people watching, it will be 5, and it will just be
Sure.
our own streams counting as the
You mean
viewers.
for
Yeah,
me
very
in
true.
5 years? Okay. Like, thanks.
Oh yeah, I forget how much
appreciate
older
that.
you are than us,
That-
Adam.
I'm gonna
again,
say-
yeah. Screw you.
I'm going to say
Mhm.
within 5 years, something will be revealed, right? Maybe Jerry's like, I've had enough. Here you go, Roger. This is what you need to take this man down. Something's going to happen. I feel like within 5 years, there will be a new owner for the Washington Commanders. Will that still be their name? TBD.
I think more likely scenario is the NFL owners. Well, they're so rich. They talk to Elon Musk, and basically they have Dan Snyder killed, but he's just replaced with an AI version of Dan Snyder,
Who then
and
sells.
nobody knows the difference. But the AI version starts doing all of this really great stuff and makes a new name for himself. But they can't get the real Dan Snyder to do anything good. So that's why they have to have him killed and have to have him replaced.
You know what? That is not too far from reality. Not too far from reality. Google digital twins. It's happening sooner than you think. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Is that a new category on Pornhub?
The T
Absolutely
Snyder
not.
1000.
But it's literally, we are going to be competing against AI YouTubers in the not so distant future.
Can we
Literally.
compete against ourselves?
Digital twins. It's coming.
That's scary.
It really is.
I'm just going to make an AI Tom Grossi.
Mhm.
That'd make
And
my
then
life
How do
It'll
we
be-
know that that
will it
is
be
not
called-
already an AI Tom Grossi? That's the better question.
With the
No
amount of
wonder he's
content,
No
He's a
wonder
Bears
he's
fan.
able to put out so many videos.
That's just called work ethic.
That's
What is
an AI
that?
would say. That's exactly what
That's all
an
it
AI
is.
would say.
It's super simple. You don't even have to buy it.
all right, are we gonna do the countdown here? We're gonna
Are we?
wrap it up for no other reason other than
Hey guys, I'd just like to
Ceremony.
take a second here. Adam can be punished. Tree can be punished.
No,
Tom can
not
be
me.
punished.
Not
Scooter
Scooter.
can be punished.
Scooter
You can
needs a
make
punishment.
it happen. Teamwork, make the punishment work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ice-T's back, baby. 2019, 18, 17, 16, 15. 15-4. Are we gonna lose again to Wildflower? What's gonna be the score? Because the following Sunday night we're gonna play against the Bills, and I'm really scared, guys. I'm really scared to play against the Bills on Sunday Night Football. Like,
They're good.
I feel like it might be 40 to nothing. It might be 40 to nothing, and I
But the
can't.
script writers might not let you.
They'll make it close. They'll make it close.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I got a Jackie Robinson, $42.
Ooh,
Thank you.
Very nice.
Everybody.
I got $205.95. And I know who got more than that in one
Not
day.
bad.
I am 164.38.
I am 184.06.
Oh, nice. Good score for Scooter.
Mr. Brandon, what's your score?
What's your score, Brandon?
Cool.
Yeah, is it above?
5 and 9 and 1.
Yes. 901. Carmela will get some diapers this week. Yay.
Yes, that's
I think you should have to wear an adult diaper throughout.
I feel like
entire
we should
show.
extend. We need to extend the Danger Witch punishment somehow.
Yes.
Like,
well, make him say Broncos country, let's ride for
maybe he has to
1,000
eat
times.
a Danger Witch every day this week. What are we thinking? What are we thinking?
He's going on the supersize me diet of just eating nothing but
All
Danger
Danger
Witch.
Witch all week.
All right, next stream, Perna has to wear that helmet and just that helmet.
It
It's
fits
a mini
too.
helmet.
I
It
know.
does. I know it fits.
Oh, I have to wear
You're
it
a
on
mini
my
person.
penis.
Chat, help us out. Help us out. Let it. We got to come up with something creative. 596. What'd you say? That.
Yeah, you gotta do. I think a Danger Witch every day, and then him documenting that he
Yeah, you gotta,
actually
like,
ate it.
literally
every day
on
week
Twitter-
one of eating a Danger
on
Witch, week
Twitter,
two of
yes.
eating a
We
Danger
need
Witch.
and then
we need the
it'll-
receipt purchase. One
Yep.
Danger Witch per day.
That's
Right.
fair. That's
Yes.
fair and disgusting. I'll do it.
It's actually
Okay.
very good.
wow,
I
until the Broncos win. What are you, a sadist?
Hey, Broncos country. Let's ride.
Maybe
That's brutal. It's a week. A week. I'll document it. I'll eat a Danger
you
Witch
have
every
to
day for a
tweet
week.
every time.
Alright.
You must tweet it.
And I got to eat it during next show, and I can only answer in Russell Wilson quotes. Is that the whole
Yes,
punishment?
and
Okay.
Russell Wilson cliches.
Tight.
Yes.
Runner pass. Runner pass.
Oh,
This
let's preview
show-
this game tonight. By the way,
this show
let's
is-
give
Oh,
let's go
Lord.
around and give some final scores. I think it's going to be 3-2 Saints. Everyone wins.
I'm gonna say Saints win 13-12. Down.
It's going to be ugly.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm
Tom?
going 15-12. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. All field goals. 15.
15.
17-14. I picked in my pick'em leagues. I picked the Saints to win, but I have no faith in that whatsoever because they're so injured right now. So
Yeah.
This is going to be so ugly.
I think the Cardinals win tonight.
I
Tom,
think-
are you rooting for just a really bad game at this point where it's
every
like
game
it's
that
a
I
thing?
stream just is.
it's money in the
Or would
bank.
you be
The worse it is,
surprised?
the better.
Yeah. Or do you want a good game for once?
I would like a good game. I don't think it's coming tonight though.
This is like
Hey,
this is
not
a
this
self-inflicted
matchup.
punishment on Tom. Like this man.
What's
is
next
getting-
week's Thursday night football?
I think it's
There's a
something
couple
decent.
good ones in there.
Let me double check here.
We also have like Falcons
Yeah, I'm
Panthers
looking
coming
it
in a
up
few
right
weeks.
now.
We got Baltimore, Tampa Bay.
That'll be a fun
So
game.
maybe okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that should be a decent one. Maybe.
Hopefully.
Eagles
they'll
at
take
Texans,
23.
no garbage.
That's
Cowboys,
Tank bowl.
Cowboys
Falcons
at
at Panthers. That could be a tank bowl on Thursday. Titans,
Cowboys
Packers.
at Texans. That should be a good one. I'm sorry, Titans.
Yeah, Falcons, Panthers,
Raiders,
Titans,
Rams.
Packers.
But
Bills
what do
at
you
home.
guys have
Sorry.
coming out on your YouTube channels this week, Brandon?
Well, I guess I'll have a week of shorts of me eating the Danger Witch.
Hey, that's content, baby.
And it's
Day
got to
one.
be unique
Yeah.
every time. Like you've got
Day
to
one,
ask them
eating the
to
Danger Witch.
put like a. You got to ask them to number each.
Yeah, this
one
could like
so that
improve
we
your health.
know.
We don't know.
Yeah.
This could
it
be a thing.
I'm
Yeah,
not going to
Danger Witch
just
diet.
change shirts outside of there. Don't
turn
worry,
into
guys.
Jared.
Although that's a pretty good idea. I did a Tua episode today, a NFL news episode. Check it, and I just uploaded Aaron Rodgers' nipples as a short. So
Nice. 5. What do you have?
Oh, I've got hopefully Will Keys will get this script to me soon. It's all the other 28-3 blown leads in the history of football. There's two things I am not going to let go for the rest of my life: is Brett Favre trying to steal money from poor people, and 28-3. That's it.
fair.
It's just not going to happen. I will
That's fair.
never live those down. Never.
Tree, what is in the pipeline?
Well, I'm mostly been releasing a couple vids in this time frame, so probably sports ball I released yesterday. Might release a vid this weekend, I'm not sure, and then sports ball next week. So mostly doing prep for future vids.
Crucial. Tom Grassi.
Put out a short today, what it's like to work for the Washington Commanders. So that's that. I'm streaming tonight, so that'll be at 8, maybe a reaction after, and then tomorrow will be a GPS, probably a roast between Commanders fans and Packers fans. Then also, what the hell is wrong with the Packers? I'm going to do like a breakdown video.
And
That's
what
coming at some
time
point.
does GPS come out?
Oh, that's
9 a.m. Mountain
11
Time.
a.m. Eastern, baby.
Yeah. That's before
What
you
time
wake up,
Eastern?
Scooter.
11 a.m.
Okay. I'm going to try and make it. 11 a.m. I'm going to try and make it.
All right.
And then I have premiering in 10 minutes on the Scooter Magruder channel, College Football Fans, Week 7. I'm sad
nice.
Florida lost, and that's all I'm going to say about that. At least Bama lost too. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
It was a wild college football weekend.
Have you seen they're selling grass from Neyland on eBay? And I'm like, man, I'm just gonna go cut some clippings in my lawn right now and sell it for
It's going to
$28.
be so interesting to see how this college football season plays out, because there's no number one. There's no clear.
Oh,
number
come on,
one.
Georgia. Georgia's number one. all
Georgia
the way.
almost lost to Kent State. What are you
Georgia
talking
is not.
Georgia
They were
almost
just
lost to
playing. They were
Missouri.
playing. Georgia will be
maybe
fine.
Ohio State. We'll see. Interesting football season. Brandon, you want to close us out?
Yep.
Bye.
And we are gone.